Joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle. Corn futures were lower on Thursday, but rallied to close up 4 for the day's end. Crude oil was sharply lower, currently down $3.50 by the barrel at $73 even money. As recently as the end of September, crude oil was trading at $92 by the barrel. Better than expected new weekly export corn sales for the U.S. supported corn, as the USDA reported the U.S. exports were solid 71.2 million bushels. U.S. corn during that period 11.3 to 11.9. Soybean export sales were a marketing year high of 144 million bushels. New export milo sales were 3 million bushels, raising the total of unshipped commitments for this year's crop to 103.6 million bushels, over 14 times the amount on the books last year at this time. Corpus Christi's public elevator and ADM closed for milo trucks this week, but expect them to open Monday through Wednesday ahead of next week's Thanksgiving Day holiday. Timco and the Andersons in Houston open weekdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company Corpus, 361-852-5207. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how many did you draw this week?
615 was the total. We were light today. That good rain to the southwest of San Angelo on Monday slowed things down. Like I said, about half the cattle that we had at last week's sale. Market pretty good on these light to medium weight calves, calling those choice lightweight calves another $2 to $4 higher. Good demand on those heavyweight calves like it was the previous week. Those feeder type cattle, calling those weak to $2 lower. Slaughter cows and bulls, mostly $1 to $3 lower. Fewer numbers of those high yielding fleshy cows on offer today compared to last week's sale. Replacement type cows that we had, they sold at higher prices. Best demand for the young to good age solid mouth pairs and a few medium to heavy bred cows that we had there. Better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds, from $195 all the way up to $295, mostly $220 to $250. Better quality heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, $190 to a high of near $265, mostly $205 to $235. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, 72 to 86. Some of the highest yielding slaughter cows, 88 to 96. Thin or very low yielding cows, just a few of those from 50 to 70. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding, 88 to 104. Not near as many of those highest yielding bulls as we've been having in weeks past. The few that we had traded from 105 to a high of 113. Bred cows and 2-year-olds, a few young to solid mouth breds, anywhere from 1150 to a high of 1675. Cow calf pairs, a few groups of mostly solid mouth pairs. Pretty good calves at side. They sold anywhere from $1,500 to a high of $2,000 per pair.
Now, no sales this next week, right?
That's right. No sheep and goat sale on Tuesday. Of course, no cattle sale on Thanksgiving Day. We'll be closed all week. There will be someone there at the yards. If you get in a jam and need to drop some cattle off toward the later part of the week, or sheep and goats, there's somebody there 24/7. That number's posted on our website, and we'll all be available if you need to make that phone call.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. The office number is 325-653-3371. My mobile would be 234-7895.
Jody, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Have a good Thanksgiving, Larry.
You too. Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat movement from yesterday. As we look toward the hog slaughter, estimated 488,000 head, 19,000 head more than a week ago, 2,000 head less than a year ago. Pork cutout totaled 311.85 loads. Looks like the pork cutout value, 90 cents down at 85.92. Neighbor, as we look toward the beef side of the meat equation, we will see that we saw some reports in Kansas and Texas of 178 by the hundredweight. As we look toward northern trade, it was probably about 282 hot and hanging on the rail. That's $4 per hundredweight lower. As we look toward the slaughter, 119,000 head, 3,000 head less than a week ago, 11,000 head than a year ago. Looks like box blocks. Beef values lower. Choice down 161 at 294.72. The Select down 20 at 267.65. We had a movement of 155.38 loads. Looks like about 84 of Choice, 22.5 of Select, 18.25 of Trim, and almost 30.5 of ground beef. Tomorrow's fat cattle call will stay steady to 2 lower. Neighbor, there's your meat moves from yesterday. We're on the line with Russell Heller, Lexington Livestock Commission Company. It's let's call it 6:40 on Thursday evening. We're looking toward a Saturday sale. What's it looking like?
I know quite a few calves coming, probably 300, 350 total, and there's going to be about 15 4 to 6 year old Black Angus cows. 3 of them will have calves.
Good. What's the biggest group of calves that you know of coming?
One man's going to have 50. They're going to probably be F1 Tiger Stripes, and they're already weaned.
Good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for that Saturday sale, Russell Heller.
Sure, you can get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-7002.
That'll be the last sale before the holiday, right?
Yes, sir, that's it. No sale next week.
All right. We'll talk to you Monday and air that before the holiday. Thank you, son.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We are on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business?
Oh, it's been kind of exciting here the last few days, and a lot of calls. You know, people are finally realizing what these Packer bulls are bringing, and the numbers on the older bulls, how kind of short they are around the country, you know. And but we got a good set of inventory on hand here. Got a really good set of Charolais bulls, you know, 20-month-old bulls, big boys, stout. And got some really good Angus and Red Angus, and got a few older Red Angus bulls and a few older Herefords and Pole Hereford bulls here. But we just got a nice set on hand. If somebody needs some, you know, we can sure try to help them out and, you know, and get them acclimated and get them settled in.
Good. Well, tell everybody how to contact you, Leroy.
They can get to me on the mobile at 830-570-0660. And Larry, we got a little rain last week. It kind of helped things out around here. And we didn't get as much as other places, but we're blessed to get what we got, you know.
Yeah, I heard Silverton was in the playoff.
Yes, sir. They're in the playoffs, and then here around Thanksgiving week, we're going to go to a little red zone deal up there in Dallas and watch your grandsons play. But yeah, Josh told me the other day that Silverton made the playoffs, and Jordan made the playoffs. So exciting times in the country.
Yeah, it is. Well, good luck to everybody. We'll talk to you later.
You bet. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you.
And, hey, just if I don't talk to you next week or the following week, will everybody be sure they have a good Thanksgiving coming up, and thank the Lord for all the blessings that we've got.
We sure will. Leroy, love you. Talk to you later.
You bet, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hi, neighbor. Larry Marble with you. We're here with Aaron Lee of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. Call 830-317-1797. They specialize in Texas farms, ranches, and custom homes on acres. Aaron, you've got a question for my South Texas ranch owners, don't you?
I sure do, Larry. I've been looking high and low for ranches for my clients, but there's been some problems.
What's the issue, Aaron?
Well, a lot of farm and ranch websites are outdated. A lot of agents aren't calling me back or updating listings, and I've got buyers ready to buy their perfect Texas ranch.
Now, don't all the agents put their properties online like y'all do?
Many do, but sometimes these properties aren't updated if they've sold or if they've been taken off the market for one reason or another. So what does that do? It wastes a whole lot of people's time. Right now, I've got buyers ready to go for properties in a lot of Texas County. Today, I want your listeners who have considered selling their ranchers out in Frio or LaSalle County or any of the counties surrounding to give me a call. If you're thinking of selling your ranch, I've got buyers ready to take a tour. And here's where I'm at with this. If you list your property with us today, you will get the service you deserve. Not all ranch agents are created equal, and I'll tell you what, I'm tired of watching sellers get cut rate service.
How can they reach you, Aaron?
They can call me directly at 830-317-1797, and I give you my word, I'll call you back. Or you can visit us at www.homesteadandranch.com.
Aaron Lee, Homestead and Ranch Realtors, thanks for being on Down on the Farm.
Thank you, Larry.
We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction Cameron, about to crank up for the last one before the holiday. Kenny, what's it looking like?
Oh, we've been awful busy, Larry. Been awful busy. You know, we caught a little break in this weather, and we're tagging on about 2250 right now. I guess we're going to have somewhere 26 to 2800, something like that, with about 350 cows.
Good. Sharp consignments that you've seen so far?
We got several good consignments. Got some little old stalker cows that are pretty decent scattered through this thing. 8 or 10 good young pairs that came from one man, and several big strings of yearlings.
Good. Now, you will not have any sales next week, correct?
That's right. No sales next week. We're going to be taking off for Thanksgiving, and we'll come back and we'll have 3 more. That'll be it.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny.
You bet. Catch us at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook.
Kenny, we'll talk to you Monday, see how it all panned out. Thank you a bunch.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle working pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Klein Spear, Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, how'd the cattle sale go?
Well, Larry, we had 376 head today, a little lighter, kind of as expected with the rain around. Overall, the Packer cow bull market was pretty much steady. The good yearlings I thought were steady. The lighter calves, probably $4 to $6 better on them. Lots of demand out there today, pretty active market. Choice steers, $1.70 to $2.35. Lightweights, $2.10 to $2.90. Choice heifers, $1.95 to $2.25. Those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.70. Crossbred steers, $1.75 to $2.30. Those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.70. Crossbred heifers, $1.75 to $2.20. Those lightweights, $1.80 to $2.60. Stocker cows, $1 to $1.40. Those Packer bulls, $1 to $1.14. Breaker cows, $90 to $1.07. Cutters and canters, $78 to $88. Those Shelly cows, $30 to $55. Had kind of some plain pairs today, $1,000 to $1,400 on them, and the bred cows, $1,000 to $1,500.
Good. What do we know for next week?
We'll be closed next week. No sheep and goat sale, no cattle sale. We'll be back that following Tuesday. We will have somebody on call if you get something caught during that week and need somewhere to bring it, and bring them on in. We'll have feed and water and everything here, and we'll be glad to take them and keep them till the next sale if you get some worked while maybe got a little help in town.
Good. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with a beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock, Thursday evening, looking toward a Friday sale. What's it looking like in the alleyway, Rodney?
We're tagging on 275 right now. We'll probably end up with 350 tomorrow. Got quite a few cows, probably 80 cows. They're going to palpate half of them tomorrow. They're middle-aged cows, a couple of sellout. And then we got some good calves up there. I got a good set of black cross calves up there, black molly face and red molly face calves. They are still bull calves and heifers mixed. Then I got another set of black calves, F1 Tiger Stripe calves up there. 20 of those. They're weighing about that 650 to 700. Pretty good steers in there. So I'm looking for a good sale tomorrow, sir, for next week.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, call me here at Selborn at 361-358-1727. Or y'all can reach me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Talk to you Sunday.
You bet. Bye-bye. Neighbor, here's a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo, 1044. Yellow corn to Corpus, 504 3/4. Houston wheat, 657. Placido beans, 1270. Texas cotton, 2121 bales, 77.25 the average price. Neighbor, good day.